Mana. All right, good morning. Good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Idafi Matthias. You're going to have to cover the Elegbete One Sports. And on this show, we'll talk about everything in sports, but heavily focused on football. All the talking point, all the gist, all the rumors, and we raise a lot of questions and we try to answer questions. We report, we analyze, we joke, we banter, and then we also advise each other and support each other. We create a community where people of like minds in the football space can come together to discuss major talking point, topical issues in the beautiful world of sports. But centrally, the highest percentage of the conversation always center around football. And today, the hub or the crust of the conversation would be centered around Manchester United. Over 10 years ago, Sir Alex Ferguson left. That was the last time they won the English Premier League 2013 season, to be precise. Since then, they've not won the English Premier League, but they've gone on to win, I think, FA Cup, 2 Carabao Cup, 1 UEFA Europa Cup, and play some other competition. But this is Manchester United. They've not won the Champions League again since Alex Ferguson. We've also not won the Champions League. Most times they've even struggled in the Champions League group stage again. Got knocked out in a group that have FC Copenhagen, Galatasaray, and a wombling and fumbling Bayern Munich. So a whole lot is happening. But with the ratification, right? The approval, the go ahead, the simile is, well, there was no doubt about it. Let's be very honest. Of Sir Jim Ratcliffe as he completes his 1.3 billion pounds deal to become a Manchester United co-owner. ENEOS, yeah, ENEOS is his company. That's a business company. Like, okay, I have GPF Media as my company, who have the trademark Elegbete TV. A lot of people think that Elegbete TV is a company. No, Elegbete TV is just the trademark, the business trademark, right? The operating company is GPF Media, right? If I decide to take a business, buy over a company in the future, like, okay, we get to the point where we cannot afford to, and I buy over a company, it's most likely going to be bought over by GPF Media, not Elegbete TV, because Elegbete TV is not an operating company, it's a trademark. It's a registered trademark. So I owned it. We owned it. Let me put it that way now, because you guys are part of the community, whether you like it or not. You guys are part of the community, so you can actually go out there and say we own Elegbete TV, and you will not be wrong. If you are a fan, if you always pop in here to watch live, you're part of people who give us super chats, gift us money, then you can say we own it. I think it is not out of order. It is not misplaced pride for you to go out there and say Elegbete TV is our own, right? That's something that I think that anybody who's been part of this, who join the live all the time, who contribute to us, can say. Okay, I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just the same way we talk about football club and say my club, my player, right? We don't own the club officially, but for the kind of support that you give makes you an owner. And people ask you, which one be your club, right? And you say, oh, my club is Eimba, or my club is Sporting Lagos, or my club is Stress, or my club is Kano Pillars. You don't own it like share, but you understand what I mean. It's not a long conversation, but today we're talking about Manchester United. The coming of Sir Jim Ratcliffe and some of the moves. Okay, like how they say that a day will go good, now money they say they know. Uh-huh. Unless a bad day have a miraculous moment in the evening, but some of the days I got a feeling tonight's gonna be a great night. Be a good night now, because say you get money to go club and to go group. Now make you sing that song. If not, if you're in Bala Blue and you are in survival mode like we're in now, the other day I drive past Quilos in the morning when I did go airport, and I noticed say the normal usual traffic where they did no day for day guy, because people not come club. I be Shinapella magic not dey work again. But the truth is the magic of the economy is harder than Shinapella's magic. So no matter the magic and economic power, they determine whether people will go suffer themselves for night. Man, I not go club again. I just realized I not go club again. I was in Abuja, and I've not told Mrs. Edafi this one. I should be here now, but she's just around the corner. I was in Abuja and we finished the event that we went to do, the award and all that. And like, oh, there's after party. We're going to after party. This was like 10:30 already. And, you know, it's still within my outing time. I could still stay out. And then they said they're going for after party somewhere at Guarimpa, some other big hotel at Guarimpa. We're going to leave the Shehu Musa Yaradua Center and go. There was a bus. I mean, some people shot, some people, Nigerian Attack Party. There was a bus that was brought in, let's say for comradeship. Those people who brought their cars can leave their car. The Shehu Musa Yaradua Center, the bus will come back there, they'll pick it in the morning. But some people said they want to drive their car. So everybody, the Nollywood people, the sports people, the ministry people, you know, I got an entry boss on it. I said, I said, no, 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 no. I've already called an in drive card to drop me the. I said, no, if we go to the after party, maybe around 1 o'clock, we'll go to club. I say, you are who? Taloni, bro, who they follow you, they go. Okay. I can't. I just realized that I can't. And I can't use the word that I'm older. I'm too old to go to club because almost everybody there were older than me. But I just don't see the place where I will not go to one place where somebody will and I blow my face. Ah, no, 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 no. People that be shouting, what's it called? What's those people call hype man? Somebody I just check, you get money, you get money, you get money. Oh God, I'm very like no, I don't understand, Sha. That's some experience that I don't want to have in my CV, like part of my life anymore. Like, but I like where I can go, where I can go sit down, a live band, or the live band is playing some good old school music. I don't know about you guys, Sha, but I mean, I would like to get your thought on what's the picture you have in terms of when you want to relax, when you want to enjoy this thing called life. What's the picture in your head? How do you picture yourself? I go to a place where I just kind of like sit back, relax. I'm hearing some good old music, just lovely music, not all this Ghana trap kind of music anyway. Good old music, feeling good about it, reminisce on the good old days, and then also jazz music and some Kenny G, some beautiful ones, and then country music or root reggae, not banana reggae anyway. But that's the kind of thing that I like. Munching on some good fish, some stuff. Shisha people should be very far from me. Smokers should be very far from me. But I should just be in my corner, just lounging there and gisting with friends. I think that's something that I can do in a lounge, in an open lounge, outdoor, not indoor. All of us carry smelly body and everything. Nah, 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 nah. I won't do that anymore. So clubbing, completely out of it. I remember I went to Dubai. Alex, my friend, said, "Let's go to the club." I said, "What's the Spanish club in Dubai?" I said, "Oh, but I know experience. There's no way you go. I know experience club, even in Paris. I know experience club. It's not it's not the thought. It's not something. And this one, I'm like the guys in the Bible. I've made up my mind. I have made up my mind that I am not persuaded by going to club. I don't know about you guys, but let's leave me. I mean, we can talk about me as we go on the show, but let's focus on the conversation. With the arrival of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, again, like I've always insisted, let the people in the country, let the owners of the properties be the one driving it. Other people can support, but let the people from the country, like if you are an English club, English people should own it and drive it. If you are a Spanish club like La Liga now, you see all the people that are driving it as Spanish people. There is a difference. You know, if you are Nigerian business, Nigerian people should drive it. Okay, don't put our oil and gas in the hands of British companies, American companies. We would never have fuel in Nigeria. Okay, this is just me, sharing my take on that as an example. Do you guys think so? This is what I am asking. Look at Manchester United and the approval of Sir Jim Ratcliffe buy in. Are they on the path to glory again? And you can add the end of the season exit of Jim Jogging Club. Plus, you can bring in your UEFA Champions League predictions and analysis of the games. And I'm sorry, yesterday night I was unable to do the late show because my son was excited that they're going on a discussion today, and yesterday was running around fully hyped and all energized, and he tripped and fell and caught his eye, very deep gash on his eye because he hit the very edge of the wall, the edge of the wall, and had a deep cut in his eyes. And I remember when I was growing up too, I had one It was this place. I also had the deep cuts there, and then there's another one here. There's one here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then there's another one here. You can see them. My face don't see you. Plus the one way my mother put on her own. With this one, the one my mother put on her own. And if you look the other side, there was actually one too there. There's one here. Yeah, what's more here? So but my son had his first feel of gashing cut. It was painful. We had to take him to the hospital. We thought he was going to be having stitches, but somehow the nurses said that it doesn't need to be stitched. They now put some stuff and but this guy scratched it off. This morning again, we had to take him up again for dressing, and did not put the plaster on it. Okay, so let's hope that he heals fast and gets going. But the young man, I asked him, "Would you want to stay at home and rest?" No, daddy, I'm going for the excursion. Hey, God, children. Nowadays now, with I stay out, so much sleep because we went to Paco schools that they flog people anyhow, schools that doesn't have AC, schools that they no window, the whole roof is natural sun roof is broken, it's leaking when rain falls. It's coming down. It's coming down. The glory of the Lord is coming down on us, and then rain will be falling. They'll say, pack your bags. All our bags are, we always have nylon. They'll not start singing showers of blessing fall on us for rain or school. You go school. That's what they are using that to psych you up. But they don't take a motivational speaker do, but we don't know that motivational speaker that time. There's a motivator say, no worry, now showers of blessing. The rain are even good thing. Like because we're no longer learning now, we're just singing showers of blessing, and then some of us take opportunity to jump. Not be rubber show where they jump on water, they splash, they do everything. Oh, life was different, Sha. Life was different going to primary school back in the day. But that's long ago. Let's come back to the Manchester United talk now. Do you guys think that this is Manchester United is about to rise again? Because let's not forget that the fall of Manchester United, the exit of Sir Alex Ferguson led to the rise of Liverpool. Liverpool have dominated, even though they've not won many, but at least they've had a piece. Yeah, a piece there. They've won the FA Cup, if I'm not mistaken. They won the Carabao Cup, the League Cup, or is it the Calabar Cup? And then they've won the league once, and then they've also won one Champions League. They lost the finals of the UEFA Europa Cup. They might win it this year the way they're going. So it looked like Jurgen Klopp came in, and it's a Vini Vici Vidi. I mean, what's it called? Vini Vici Vidi or Vini Vici Vidi. I came, I saw, I conquered. Right? That's the situation with Jurgen Klopp because he's won everything. You can't, you can't fault him. You can't say, "Oh, he did not win this one. He did not win that one." No, he won everything. He may not have what's the word now? He may not have okay. I think it's Veni Vidi Vici. Okay, Veni Vidi Vici. I came, I come, I saw, and I conquered. That's the word by Julius Caesar back in the days, a Latin word, Veni Vidi Vici. Okay, I came, I saw, and I conquered. So that's what Jurgen Club can confidently say that, like, Veni Vidi Vici. I came, I saw, and I conquered, and he did it very, very well. For those who want to analyze financial statistics, that's their business. They tell you, he didn't spend that much money to win all these things. Well, that's the reason why Pep Guardiola have more title than he does. Well, so driving Ferrari is not wrong. Driving Keke Napep is also not wrong. But don't tell me that you are a good financial manager because you're driving Keke Napep and somebody else is driving Ferrari. That's the one that I don't want to hear. But having said that, do you guys think that it's the right time for Liverpool, Manchester United fans to start shouting Emilokon or Awalokon? It's their time now, and it will not take long. But then looking at it, the fact that structures are being built, are being set up, would you give a timeline? Okay, in 2013, I said Man United will go 10 years without winning the Premier League title, and that happened. Now, so I need to put you guys on the spot now. On the comment section, tell me, or if you want to phone in, you can phone in. No, not phone in today. If you want to put a timeline, how many years will it take before Manchester United wins the Premier League again? I'm going to say this as Expo. None of the current Man United player would win an EPL title with Manchester United. None of the current Manchester United players would win an EPL title with Manchester United. So, by that comment, tell me how long you think it will take for Manchester United to win the Premier League. I just gave you that, and I know that people like Johnny Gaffer will be angry with me and a few other Manchester United fans, but I do not in my head, and I'm not always going to be right. Okay, you saw the Nations Cup. I said Nigeria will get knocked out in the group stage. They did not. So there's a possibility that it will not go the way I say it. So don't get angry unnecessarily. Don't go and get a court injunction like somebody did in 2013 that they should gag me from ever mentioning Manchester United name on Brilla FM again, even though the gag didn't work. But then I'm also going to add to it. So uh, someone tweeted or posted that a certain Adoye Felua Michael for African football said the Nigerian Football Federation needs to summon Curtis Jones and Michael Olise to the Super Eagles. We need their creativity in their midfield or in the midfield, whatever. I'm going to ask you guys this. It's supposed to be like a tomorrow conversation, but let's just throw it in now because everybody's going to be talking about it. Do you guys think that Nigeria should go and go all out? Let's not forget, it was the Amadeus splurge on let's go get foreign born players, foreign group players that put us in this whole mess that we'll find ourselves in a very long while. But then again, it seems to have paid off this Nations Cup that just ended with us coming second. Even though some people are angry that was celebrating silver more than the country that won the gold. Well, if the country that won the gold does not appreciate it, that's not my business anyway. There's this thing that people used to say back in the day. Somebody go born girl picking, you go to do party, they celebrate. Some people will come say, your mates the born girl, and you see the two party, they shame. Well, if I choose to be happy for my child, that's my business. So Nigeria choose to be happy for second place. That's our business. If you're not happy, you're too proud, you're too pompous, you're too full of yourself, you're too shocked, you're too surprised to celebrate your good. That's your business. So I really don't care. Well, as me am now, I'm coming to the comment section. I want to be able to get the feel of all of you, what you think about the Manchester United situation. But coming back from yesterday, one result pain me. That's nothing. I don't lie. For the very first time in forever since Barcelona, I was wishing for a Pep Guardiola team to lose or even draw. But Erling Haaland does his way through and got an assist for Julian Alvarez and they won 1-0 against Brentford. I thought Brentford was going to do the Lord's work, but they were caught by the Lord. But like Jonah, they was instead of going to Nineveh, they choose to go to Tarshish. Even though the boat capsized, they were still not happy and they lost that game 1-0. They tried anyway. Man City still have a long way to go. Liverpool will play against Luton Town today. Imagine Luton Town beating Liverpool. God, that would be sweet, so nice. But then the title race now is the point difference is 1-1-1-1. That's the way it is from top to first. Every other team are not in the title race. There are only three teams in the title race, and those three teams are Liverpool, Manchester City, and Arsenal. Leave Aston Villa. Anything Aston Villa is doing is they are just battling for the fourth position. Aston Villa, Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United are all battling for top four, and I want Man United to take that spot. Okay, Aston Villa, yes, Unai Emery have tried, but Unai Emery, please go and play your Europa. Manchester United, please make it to the top four so that Tottenham Hotspur will not be in the conversation. Turn that fire sheet to go and play in top four, go and play Champions League. Get out of that place. See, I know they are ready for the look on their face. Get out of that place, Man United. Come, the better make devil did it than shit. More not see that devil because devil not show that with God on the face of this world. With this. Well, having said that, Arsenal. Now the good thing is everybody have played their game, their standing game, apart from Bournemouth and I think one other team that have not played their standing game, Bournemouth and Luton Town. Luton Town will play against Liverpool tonight, and let's hope that magically, miraculous ladybird, Liverpool will lose. Okay, for the Liverpool fans, Onion. If I caught you, you'll be like onion. No, don't be. I have more than you think. Oh. If you try me, you will see me. I have a bit to check out. If you don't know now, I have Indabuski. I have a bit to check out. I have Gadusi. Just be careful. Melania, you will know yourself. So don't be coming to this place and be looking at me like you are not afraid of me. Liverpool play Luton tonight by 8:30, but then there's Champions League game tonight. FC Porto battle Arsenal. Napoli FC Barcelona. Napoli fans are begging Victor Osimhen, you got to play, you got to turn up, you got to show yourself strong and put yourself out there. We know that by the end of the season, you most likely are going to go to the English Premier League, or you go to Paris Saint Germain, or you go to Spain with Barcelona. But this is the time for you to come up strong and show some stuff, okay? Show your ticket truth, show your bite, all the goals that you didn't score in the AFCON that you are saving for us. Now it is time to splurge. It is time to let go. Pharaoh, let my people go. It's time to part the Red Sea and put the goals in the net. Okay, do score goals like Arsenal tonight. Arsenal need to score all those goals that they've not been scoring anyway. Arsenal need to score them. And I got some messages in my on my phone anyway. Like sometimes you just get these messages and you like, oh God, I've ever okay, this one. Okay, this one is from DG Akinyemi. DG Akinyemi says, "Hello, Daffy. How are you and your family doing?" You know, when you start to comment like this, I'm always worried that it's going to be demand at the bottom of it. No, sorry, because that's how I get better. But regards to the Daffy Kingdom, Madam, especially for taking care of you guys for holding the fort in this hard Tinubu regime. Well, we're all dealing with it. Well, I'm reaching you from the UK. I know that you guys complain about hardship in Nigeria, but it's also hard in the UK. I just want to know how you guys are surviving, how you're doing. Every time I watch your YouTube channel, you're always smiling, always looking fresh, looking good. Seems like the economy is not affecting you like it's affecting other people. But I just want to know what is the magic so that I can also advise my people that are in Nigeria that are always on my neck lamenting. Most of them, when I see them, it's just like they want to commit suicide or they want to die. Everybody's complaining. Please share a secret that I can share with my people on how to survive this perilous time, this perilous time that they are going through. Thank you very much uh, for considering my message on your show. If you do well, those of una wey also dey Nigeria, una dey for this comment section. Please share the secret of how una dey survive. Those of una wey no dey Nigeria, we don't go abroad. I just left. We don't jackpot to. You get family members wey dey survive for Nigeria. This is not just me now. You people to also share wetin una dey do when una take dey survive. But for me, let me say this. Before I've always said before this one, like my normal lifestyle is that I do not have excesses that much. My excesses is buying of fuel and buying of data, and that's because of the work that I do. I don't hear that that he's going to go and buy cognac or champagne or Azul. Or I like the bottle. Oh. I mean, if I see the empty bottle when I go move, when I move and I set up this place, the background, I don't know whether I go put chef or I go put a banner. I don't know yet, but I might do something. Okay, the background is not going to be like this. I might do something. I'm playing with some ideas, and I also need you guys to share in this. I don't know why you guys are not commenting. All the questions I'm asking, nobody's commenting. Now you want me to just talk for 1 hour? I go close the show just now, and I go see. Now I'm also thinking like banners. Okay, put a banner at the background. You know those like Premier League now press conference. You see how the press conference be way logo go day. I was playing with this idea yesterday, and I'm thinking everybody that have contributed to this show, like they're giving us money, will print their names on the banner. Like there's a way we just put their name, and then people that take, for instance, the grill, has supported us a whole lot. We'll put their logo, their company logo they have. We'll put it there, put the Elevated TV logo, put different partners I work with, like Bayern, their logo will be there, Juventus, their logo will be there, the MPFL, GTI, people that have given us job, WGB, who were there at the beginning of this journey and also promising that to support us go to the All African Games, their logo will be there. I'm just asking, do you guys think that's what we should do? Or we should go the other route where we get jerseys and frame and just put them on the background? Or again, do a banner with the faces of practically everybody that we have interviewed on this channel since we started in 2017. Everybody from Paul Gold to Salisu Yusuf to Fidelis Ileshuku, David Dean, what's it called? Arsene Wenger. No, Arsene Wenger was not was done that. It just an audio that we did that I couldn't publish because people wrote that we shouldn't put it out. Dukudi, Sondo Lise, everybody that we've interviewed, one way or the other, okay, the players, the coaches, and all. Should that be the background? I mean, like I'm saying, it's a community, so you guys should have a say in designing it. I went to Bayern when I saw in that stadium. The part that got me the most is when you start giving us the stadium tour and say all of these pillars, all of these murals that was saying was designed by the fans. So you guys should also have a chance to have a say so in how we do this background, because when we move from here, between now and June, May to be precise, we would move. When we move, we're going to have like to design the space that we have. There's a whole lot of changes. The economy is not going to let us have my house and another studio like we've had before. We're going to collapse all that to one place, and but we're going to have a room, a special room that is the studio, because we're no longer doing production. My production now is remotely done. Editing of content is remotely done. Ibrahim Kalijaye, for instance, will be doing some stuff in Kaduna. Ahmed Kalijaye is doing things from his own place. What's it called? Our model, Organ Mario, man on the street hands, will be doing things from Worry, and hopefully we get some people from the abroad too that will be doing some voice pop for us in the abroad that will be sending us to put up on instead of going to rent another office. The economy does not support all that. Again, to answer the question that Akiyemi asked is the fact that before now my life is already structured to fit into this kind of lifestyle where I don't have excesses. I'm not the kind of guy who would tell you that every day I want to eat pizza, or I don't drink alcohol, I don't drink malt or minerals and all that. Also, my kids also are streamlined to that. Yes, they're selective in their eating, but also not like over the top budgeting. And then I don't have a wife that wants to go to every event, that wants to buy every Ashwebi, because all of those things are the key thing. But the basic things that we spend our money on are the things you cannot cut back: school fees, rent, food, electricity, and internet. You can't cut back on them. But then I've also cut out on a lot of subscriptions and all that. Those are the things that I have done to keep me going. But in terms of smiling on my face, there's always going to be smile on my face. There's always going to be smile on my face because first off, I was raised to be a grateful person. I was raised to be grateful. Like I've seen a whole lot of pains in my life because where you're coming from is what determine how your face would what your face expresses. It's not what is going on today. Where you're coming from tells you whether you should be grateful or not. Now, in a lot of ways, I have seen uh the world evolve. What is happening today happened before in 1983, 84 during the Jagmo and Buhari regime of austerity measures. So it's not something new as far as I'm concerned, but it's one of those things that you just put yourself and say to yourself, "Hey, if we survive that time, we're still going to survive this one. I'm not going to commit suicide because things are hard. I'm just going to learn how to survive. One survival mode right now. Like I was telling somebody last night that rich people eat for nutrient, poor people eat for survival. We're in survival mode. Nigeria as a country, we're in survival mode. It's touching everybody. And then I have friends. I won't lie. I've used the life that I've lived to build a network of friends. And then there are some people who just believe in this dream anyway. There are people believe in this dream. Every now and again, you see somebody just call you out of the blues and say, "Bro, send me your account number. I want to send you this." Sometimes it's 150K, sometimes it's 20K, sometimes it's 5K, sometimes it's 10K to help you buy fuel. I know that you will not ask. I know that it's tough. And there are bills. Again, I have bills that I have to pay, debt and all that, off the back of medical bills, off the back of a whole lot. But I just don't know how to write in my face www.iamsuffering.com. I don't know how to do that. Life is hard on its own already. Don't put it on everybody's face. That's the way I can explain it to you. And I hope that's also the economic crunch in the UK. You are able to go through it and survive it. That's it. Now let's come back to the. There's another message here that I need to look at. Okay, this one is coming from Francis. Francis says, "Hello, Idafe. Good day. How you doing? I hope you're preparing for your show. Obviously, this came before the show. I hope you're preparing for your show. I would like you to discuss the national team. We know that we went to the semifinals of the Nations Cup. I'm sure you want to say the finals again. We went to the semifinals of the Nations Cup in Cote d'Ivoire, and we came back and we've been celebrating it, even though some people are critical of it. But I'd like to get your honest view on this. Should we continue with the manager? If you say yes, why? Do you think that the team need injection of new players? If you say yes, who are they? And if you say no, give us your reasons as well. Wow. This is not full jam question or full WAEC. One question that have plenty extra eggs to follow. Well, I think we should continue with the manager because we don't have any manager that can take over right now and readily come and do well. That's one. Two, if for those who are saying indigenous coaches should be supported, remember that we don't give the indigenous coaches the kind of support that we give the foreign coaches. That's another thing that you need to look at. When we get a foreign coach, we give them, I mean, $50,000 that is seen as small. When it comes to the Nigerian coach, we don't even pay them up to $10,000. So you have to also understand those parts of the conversation at first. That's when they will tell you that you're in Nigeria, we cannot pay you in dollars, we'll pay you in naira, blah blah blah. Even if you're coming from abroad, we'll pay you in naira, and if we give you 5 million naira, you should consider it. Well, now that the exchange rate has changed, they might even say, okay, we'll give you 10 million naira every month, and you should be grateful. And for the foreign coaches also, we allow them to bring in their own assistant. With us, it was only Sondolise that was able to bring in Sondolise, and I think Stephen Keshi that was able to bring in his own assistant. But you see how we struggle to pay them. They had to go to the FIFA court to be able to get the money to pay their assistant. So I don't think that we're ready for that yet. So we should continue with this coach. To be very honest here, I'm not even sure that even because we went to the finals of the AFCON, we're going to easily qualify for the World Cup. The World Cup qualification, we already started on the two draws. South Africa on 4 points, we're on 2 points, not too far, but that could just be the decider because South Africa now know that they are better than they were during the qualifiers of the World Cup, and they can only build on it. Nigeria always feel after a success, and seemingly looking at this in the last 10 years, getting silver from this Nations Cup is obviously a success. If not, the president will not host them. I know my own opinion of the president hosting the team is different. I think that this president is taking us to where we don't know, so they would hang on to any kind of. If Nigeria had even gotten knocked out in the quarterfinals, I would bet my life that the president will still host them and give them MON. To be seen as doing something good, to be seen in positive light, because this president, everything about their move is hitting negative, so they will do anything. I mean, I will not be surprised if tomorrow the president gather prostitute and give them MON. Like that's, I won't be surprised. Gather some thieves and say, let's bring some bandits, let's bring all these people, give them MON so that they can repent from kidnapping and all that, and then give the national honor. I won't be surprised, because right now every move that they're making is going bad. So I'm not going to judge by that. But I think that for all of us as Nigerians, let's leave the presidency out of it. For all of us as Nigerians, we didn't expect this team to go far. Me particularly, I'm an incredible optimist of the Super Eagles, but for once I wasn't. And the fact that they got to the finals means that they've done well. The players, obviously, you cannot, even the best team, a team that won the treble in Europe also went on to sign other players. So, not to talk of the Nigeria that, first of all, we don't have a midfield. The midfield is nowhere, is zero. We have strikers, but because we don't have a midfield, we are afraid to play the strikers in the way that it will benefit us. Like, having the strikers the way we want them. So we're loaded at the back. First, we had to play 5 players at the back, from Zaidu Sanusi to Kevin Bassi to Trustek Kongola, and Shemilo Rajayi. 5 at the back already. Then you now have Frank Onyeka and Alex Iwobi, who are tasked with more defensive job than offensive job. And then you have Lukman or Chukwueze and Simon, who are also tasked with tracking back before going forward. So primarily their responsibility is everybody to defend before going forward. So it's not left with only Victor Osimhen to do the forward job in the team. So for me, I think we still need more players. We need players that can hold the game, players that will play as a metronome, players that will play as control men, traffic regulators and all that in the midfield, who know when to move the ball forward and when not to move the ball forward. Players also that will compete with the current white players that we have, who don't know the difference between dribbling and not dribbling, passing the ball and not passing the ball, messing up the team, dragging the team backward with their unnecessary holding on to the ball, like Chukwueze and the rest. Moses Simon, I mean, for all the criticism he gets, he still does create goals, compared to Chukwueze. So I think we need infusion of some players. Now, the question of who is one of those things that I don't like doing, because my position does not allow me to do it. Now, this is the reason. For any player that I tell you, oh, bring this one, bring Gift Orban, or bring Michael Olise, there is somebody out there who thinks that Idafe already have business with these people and is trying to promote them on his platform, and he will get a cut. Eventually, if they get invited. I remember how people told me, because 2 weeks before, I had said that Taiwo Awoniyi is going to go to the AFCON, and people said he's not going to go. Well, he's not playing well. He's just come back from injury. He just signed one thing. He's playing for Union Berlin, whatever he was playing at the time. And I said he was going to go to the Nations Cup. And eventually, Victor Osimhen got injured. He went to the Nations Cup. And everybody said, oh, he has given it enough money, blah, 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 blah. That's the way we talk. So you learn. We live and we learn. Urobogo say, Amre, you live and you learn. And in cases like this, I don't like to suggest any player that the coaches have a job to do. They should go ahead and do it, because again, we're quick to get into trouble with that. I know how much, because of almost linked to Maduka Okoye, for instance. Every time he criticizes the goalkeepers in the national team, people say, it's because they are taking the place of his guy that is managing. I know for sure that Maduka Okoye does not give Oma a shishi, a dime, but people don't see it like that. So I try my best. You learn from other people's mistakes. You learn from mistakes or situations that put other people in certain kind of ways, and you just have to learn from it. And for me, that's one of the things that I've learned from observing how people react to the things that Omar does or say about football. So I don't suggest players anymore. I can have a discussion like the discussion on Michael Olise and Curtis Jones, for instance. I can have that kind of conversation. Since it's in the public conversation, should they be invited or should they not be invited? My position on Michael Olise is like, I don't really think that Michael Olise is all that. Okay, that's me. People can say all the things they want to say. The only good thing he brings to the national team, if he's invited and he agrees to come play, is the fact that he can play free kick. There's nobody who's a dead ball specialist in our team, and that's a minus to the team. A team as big as the Super Eagles needs to have at least two people who play free kick, and they will trouble the goalkeeper immediately from 35 yards to 25 yards. They should trouble the goalkeeper. Michael Olise will bring that one. And then he's a better crosser of the ball. He's also a better dazzler and dribbler. He's got better timing. So compared to the guys that we have in the land of the blind, the one Iman is the king. So he's better than practically Chukwueze cannot even list his boot. But hold on. His attitude is a worry for me. I don't think he loves Nigeria. I don't think he sees any reason to want to play for Nigeria. And Vicente de Bosco said something that I also buy into in coaching. Tactics are good. Principles are good. Directives are good. All these things, actions are good. But you know what is the greatest in coaching? Is having an harmonized dressing room. And like I've always said about the Super Eagles dressing room is not harmonized. It's always been broken. This Nations Cup, and that's the reason why I want Pesero to stay. I don't know what he did, but he found a way to get all of them moving in the same direction. Many coaches before him have not been able to achieve that. Keshi achieved it and won the AFCON. Pesero almost achieved it. It's got nothing to do with it. When I hear people talk about the tactics, the way the formation, listen, you can deploy the greatest tactics if your team is not playing well. Your players, they don't see themselves eye to eye. They don't like each other. There's no tactics you can use. I mean, Javi is not a bad coach, but he's in a team where the players are not seeing each other eye to eye. You see the result. Xabi Alonso, you saw what Granit Xhaka said about Xabi Alonso and Mikel Arteta. That one works for Xabi Alonso is the fact that the players are willing to do anything for him. Same for Pep Guardiola, same for Jose Mourinho. If you notice Pep Guardiola, you can be Pep Guardiola's greatest player, favorite player this season. If next season you start getting into your head, you start feeling like you're more important than the rest of the players, it kicks you out. A good example is João Cancelo. The previous season, before he was let go, he was the most capped player. They played the most number of matches, but then he started saying himself like, oh, I'm the de facto Superman, I'm the god of the team. When they brought in Rico Lewis, I mean, for me to feel bad, I will feel bad as a player. I mean, I'm this high. And you bring in a player, you didn't go and sign a big name player. You bring in this small boy from the academy and you put him on the bench for him. I will feel bad about it. But there is this thing I always, when I used to coach players, I used to tell them that for every time you're starting, somebody sitting on the bench. This is not a team of just 11 players. This is a team of 25 to 30 players. For every time you're starting, you're playing week in, week out. Somebody in your position is sitting on the bench. So the day I put you on the bench and play that person, don't you dare question me, because once upon a time you were just an Ogbori, nobody that giving confidence and time on the ball to be able to show your stuff. Believe that this guy you think that is a nobody also deserves some time to show his stuff, not just because you're not good enough, but because I want to have an alternative. I want to have a different style of play, and I chose a different style of play because the position we're playing against plays differently, and they expect that you will play, and they strategically plan for you, and I'm going to shock them. And if I do that, you have absolutely no reason to question why. You are signed to be a part of this team. I am signed to decide who plays. two different things. So those are some of the things you must look at. And so for me, being able to harmonize the team and get them to play as one, even though in the finals it was difficult, they were bonded, that event Pesero the right to stay on the job unless he decides to quit. Then with the race, it's time to find his replacement. That's my take on it. You guys can also have your take on it. On the Michael Olise and Curtis Jones, I will let you guys have the floor first, and then I will take it here thereafter. Let me read the messages that you guys have sent in. Olatunji Mana say, as a United fan, I still don't want to hope until I see the recruitment and the moves INEOS make before I get my hopes high. I wish them well. Okay, so you're not part of them now. This one, you're saying you're wishing them well. Okay. Olafa, they say, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Club is a place where oppression starts for me. Okay. And the kind noise pollution that happens there, it's way above my level. And he said, oh, sorry for your boy. Hope he's okay. As I talk to you, so he don't go to school. Olatunji Emmanuel say, enjoyment for me has to be going out with friends and probably eating out with good music. I don't like smoking or drinking or as well. Or maybe a movie with friends. Oh, I like movies a whole lot. How's your son doing now? He's fine. He's gone to school. Henry Morrison, United are just beginning life and they'll struggle for 5 years. This is until Fergie leave that club alone. Else, another 10 years loading. Jesus Christ. Some people just don't love Man United. Some people just can't hide their disgust and hatred for Man United. Young Mutango say, it's that bad. I could not even watch Manchester United game live because of fear of watching defeat as first time. But I mean, Man United have turned, I don't know, but they seem to have turned the corner. From my own point of view, they seem to have turned the corner. They're grinding results. Okay. And that's how I like it to start. Grind result, then get used to winning and then start winning expansively, like 5-0, like what Arsenal is doing. I only hope that they're able to sustain it anyway. Olatunji Mane say, boss, none of them, even Kobe Mino. Even Kobe Mino, I don't know who be Kobe Mino. As young as he is, that means, oh, okay, the Man United guy. That means if your prediction comes true, it is forever before they win. No, okay. So let me give you an explanation. You know, when I said none of those players that Unai Emery was signing was going to win the Premier League with us now, and people said, "What was I saying?" And I said, apart from probably Saliba, Magalhaes, and a few others, all those them Tavares, Guendouzi, that short Uruguayan guy, what's his name now? Something Terrera, something Terrera, Terrera, you know, the short defensive guy, that stocky guy that was loaned about, and the 72 million pounds waste, Nicolas Anogo Pepe. I said all these guys are not going to win the title with us now because they don't even know what it means to play for a team that's competing for titles, and they are not being coached by a coach that wins league title. He's a Europa winning coach. He's an expert at that. So both him and then again to succeed as St. Wenger, you can't succeed. You can't be successful. You just go there, prepare the ground, be the John the Baptist for the next person that is going to come and win. And if you look at the Arsenal team today, almost all of them are gone. Even Ceballos that they brought in is gone. So you now have new set of players, one after the other. By the end of this season, Thomas Partey go carry Partey go. Okay, you don't need a player that cannot play, that tie juju on his waist. We don't need all those kind of players. Players in 21st century, in 2023, still believe that they need to tie juju on their waist to play football. And this is not. They don't tell me. I was in Abuja. I saw it. This will not be yes. Somebody say I was in Abuja. I saw it. Those kind of players cannot play far, and they would never give you one hand and take another one. So I'm just saying, whatever his belief might be. So I know you're questioning his belief. No, I'm not questioning his belief. Put that thing for your body. We will not see him. Once we see him, we'll talk about him. And he was just there. I was next to him. I was next to Thomas Partey. We shook hands even. Like Thomas Partey, when they were celebrating after the qualification, they came to decide where I was. If you were in the stadium that day, you know what I'm saying. Okay, all those kind of players. I just know that they will be flushed out. Aubameyang. Somebody say, what of Aubameyang? Well, it's now myself. Since Arteta came in, he's played for 3 different clubs: Barcelona, Chelsea, and now in myself. And the only one that qualified for Champions League with him is FC Barcelona, who's a traditional qualifier. The other ones, they were playing in the Champions League. Once Aubameyang came, they went out of the Champions League. But I never understand. When I go understand later. Okay, so to me, that's what I mean. It's not like, okay, it's going to take forever. What I mean is, in 2 years, most of these players will be sold out. Because now, there is structure, there's leadership. That people would be demanding beyond the normal coach. Oh, coach goes out in the press and make a press conference. Haven't you noticed that since Jim Ratcliffe came in, Eric Ten Hag is not making all those his Momo press conference anymore, where he's trying to copy and emulate Pep Guardiola unnecessarily. It's not, because now things are structured. The board directive at the top will tell you we don't want that. That's not. It's not just football again. The image of the club is important. So they tell you, don't fuck with us, because this matter with the grant, so he passed the way you think. It's above your pay grade. So don't go to that place and open your mouth and talk rubbish. And you have to, because these are the people that pay salary. Like it or not, you coaches said, lie. Everybody wants to keep their job. Nobody wants to lose their job, because the people wait that side, the way to take over plenty of the people will get job. So you have to behave, fall in line. So all of those things also come to play. Everyone say, bro, so them say make NFF summon Curtis Jones and co to the Super Eagles. Now, so we get power rich. Now, some I don't understand the guy. So one of the things that if you grew up in Nigeria, one of the things you quickly know is that we are some of the most arrogant people in the world, and it's how we were raised. That's why when people say that you should be humble, I'm always wondering that is a Nigerian trained to be humble? Have you gone to church and see how we pray? It's only in Nigeria when we're praying, we're giving injunctions and authorities. I take authority from the heavens and I subject the devil to torture. You know who you're talking to? Like, you really understand the person that is in creation from the foundation of this world. God no fit kill him. Even the worst thing God decided to do now to put her for fire. You know what? This guy, they follow God. All the Christians that are on the face of the earth, no one does see God once. No one does hear from God once. This guy had a conversation with God about Job. God has and if you go back and read that book of Job, you will not say beef, no day for that conversation. Person, the conversation. This is how the conversation is, and I'm looking to read that chapter in the Gen Z Bible. I don't know if you guys have read the Gen Z Bible, but the conversation in my head, this is how it went. He said, "Hey guy, how far now? Where you this is? So, but I go. I just the husband. I go to and fro the earth now. You know the bottomless pit too." He said, "I go to and fro the earth." He said, "Oh, but how far now? You don't check out my guy Job." So, but I forget Job because of the protection and the things we give her. See, if anybody get those see where Job get, he suppose they should hail you Baba every day now. You know they see MC Olomo. MC Olomo they hail Tinubu every day now. Even if Tinubu they do bad, they hail him because of all the things that Tinubu give us. So what you say? I mean, shift. If you remove all those things, everybody, you go know. He go cost you. He go insult you. Die. That's my translation of the conversation. Does that come across to you like two people who are beefing each other, who are keeping mileage, or there's rivalry? No. These are two shareholders discussing the business of their company. Anybody who have a contrary view, please put it. Tell me if I am wrong. Now, pastors and doctrine and dogma, I they make one say God and devil are enemy. They're not the enemy. The same pastor will tell you, motivational speaker or pastor will tell you, do not inherit another person's mileage. How you take the enemy to the devil? Not be God mileage you inherit. Two shareholders where they run their own business, they keep mileage. So at some point you have to look at it from the angle of, you know what? We've been raised to always command people, to always order people. That's why accident go happen. Normally when accident happen, your job is to exchange insurance and phone numbers. Let insurance company take over. But you see people come aside shout, do you know who I am? I will deal with you. What do you want to deal with me for? Now accidents. And accidents are meant to happen. Insurance is meant to take over from there. That's the reason why you're paying premium. Or even third party, whatever. But insurance is meant to take over there. Why are you quarreling? Now, how are we? So when I saw that they should summon them, I said, okay. It's a Nigerian way. Our choice of words are always like that. Always that aggressive. So there's nothing wrong with it. First, Curtis Jones never thought he won't play for Nigeria. That's one. And that's always where it starts from. If a player is not interested in playing for a country, all your moves, all your decrees, all your promulgations are useless. Michael Olise made it clear that his desire is to play for either England or France. But if that's not available, he will choose Algeria. He said it before. Nigeria is not on his priority list. Nigeria is the last on his list. So summoning him is not. Maybe you go and beg him, maybe beg you. That's it. But right now, it will on you. Mock will leave her like that. Olatunji Emmanuel said the funny thing is that we say we should chase them, but if issue comes up, we will not say we need local born players. You can't satisfy Nigerians. That's the funny thing. But I think this is me. This is the part that nobody is ever looking at. If our what's it called, Jose Peseiro really wants to coach, because people are removing the part of coaching. If Jose Peseiro really want to coach, it would demand that the NFF provide a budget for camping of the players of the NPFL or any player that gets invited. Because listen, all this talk of if you play abroad, you are better than the players that play at home. A lie. Footballers are footballers anywhere. What changes is how you psych the player up and how you coach them. You can coach players playing in the NPFL and they will beat players playing playing in the abroad. To me, I give kudos to great coaching. Okay, that's the reason why some unknown club will go to Madrid and beat Madrid. It's coaching. It's called coaching. It's called understanding. Over a long period of time, maybe this Madrid will be champions with based on their budget. But hey, football, anybody can beat anybody if you get proper coaching and players adhere to proper regime and discipline on the field. That's all I think about football. There is no way you convince me that a player that plays in Europe controls the ball better than a player that plays in Nigeria. No. If a player that plays in Europe is not well coached, don't forget Alex Iwobi. His name will come up now. I've been coached in Europe through the best academy, according to the story, academies that they spend millions to build. It's still in that year or there. No, that's a topic for another day anyway. Olafat say it took Pep 5 years to deliver Champions League for City and is taking Arteta 5 years to shape Arsenal. Looking at it and your take, it might take Man United 9 to 10 years to win the league again. Dun, dun. I'm not the one that said it. I'm the presenter on the show of somebody that said it. Let me just say that way now, so that you don't say that way. And Romero say, bro, so tell that person to just find a way to be calm. Like Pep's team, also to cut off anything that is not a must to his or our survivor, e.g., water instead of coke. Everybody's coming to my ministry now. This water, they used to say, if you be like a woman, you can't go out. It's not expensive. Just buy 2 bottles of water for them. Go drink a belly full fish, go to swim inside. And people are not drinking. I like they cut the water now. Okay. Olatunji Mana say, boss, considering that Mbappe is going to Madrid, where would you want Osimhen to go? Would PSG be a good fit, or you rather want him to move to the Premier League? And if so, which club? The options for Osimhen is who can pay. It is who can pay that Osimhen needs right now. There is still the Bayern door that is open. Harry Kane is not a forever player anymore. There is still the Bayern door that is open. They will need another backup striker. Don't forget that in all of the good days of Lewandowski, there was a certain Thomas Muller that nobody takes cognizance of, but that's one of the best support player ever in the history of world football. Right? He achieved the kind of things that even people like the Mamokashi themselves could not achieve. That's one. So Bayern door is still open. My problem with going to Paris Saint-Germain is the fact that Paris Saint-Germain have learned from their extravagant spending on Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi. So if he goes to Paris Saint-Germain right now, he's going to be going to a club that is going to be tight on a lot of things, excesses, and he just might not enjoy it. Okay. While it is good for Paris Saint-Germain that Mbappe is leaving, because now the management will know how to run their football business well. They've made a mistake, they've learned on the job, and they're going to progress on it. And they just might even be inspired to get a team together that will go on to the finals like FC Porto of 2004 and go on to win it, possibly. So there's a chance there. The Premier League fascinates Osimhen. Man United are starting a new project. If they let Anthony Martial go, Osimhen would not be a bad idea to go and pair with Rasmus Højlund, but because there's Rashford there and he's an Englishman, the media will not become too demanding on Osimhen, and that's when they will not bring all the statistics from the African Cup of Nations that as a striker he could not score goals. They will not be highlighting all the misses he made, and I don't think Osimhen is a very emotional person. Osimhen, as strong as he may claim, Osimhen is a broken human being. Like he's broken, and things easily gets to him. So if Osimhen goes to the Premier League and he faces the kind of media scrutiny that foreign players get in the Premier League, Osimhen might break, might cave in, and it just might not work. So I worry. But in the Premier League, there are options for him. There is definitely don't go to Spurs because that title that you won with Napoli will be the last you ever win. Probably the next one you win will be with Nigeria. But don't go to Spurs. There is opening in Manchester United. The biggest opening is at Chelsea because I think that for now, I've completely given up on Jackson. Jackson cannot save you. If Jackson works in the 911 emergency department, the phoning department, all your calls will not be answered. That guy, let me not use the word I want to use. That's in my head. Let's just leave it like that. That guy is whatever you call him, whatever you say he is. He know himself. So there's opening in Chelsea. The way Arteta is building Arsenal, I don't even think that Osimhen is an Arsenal type of player. Osimhen is not an Arsenal type of player. So Osimhen is not excellent with the ball in his feet, not facing the goal. So it's Osimhen is one of those players that you can easily dispossess if you are a calm defender. So I don't think and Arsenal players, the kind of team that Arteta is building is just similar to what Pep Guardiola have. Everybody needs to transition the ball. Everybody needs to be able to keep the ball and play in tight spaces and move position carefully and not too dramatic players. Players who, when you don't get at the ball, they would put up a show for the camera. Arsenal does not need that kind of a player. So maybe he will do well with Chelsea. Maybe he will do well with Manchester United. Liverpool, Klopp is leaving. Going to Liverpool would be a very big mistake. I don't think he should go there. So the options are Bayern, Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, and Manchester United. Those are the options for Osimhen. If you ask me to advise him one place to go, to be very honest, Chelsea will be his best bet because they are looking to bounce back. They're already making their mistake. They will correct it. It's just that they signed contract that just make it impossible to even motivate players to play because these players somehow are looking like they have signed to a slave deal. The ones who want to make money will just be there making money, not bother. The ones who want to win title will just be feeling frustrated that this contract is too long. 8 years, come on, that's the better part of their career, not moving anywhere going forward. But I think that next season, if they manage to sack Pochettino, get a better coach in, probably a Spanish or a German coach in, they just might get it going again, and they will end. That's my own take on that one anyway. Edisha Lafama say, well done, Legote TV family. Now, survivor mode we did. Oh, it is crazy. Olafa say, I think the sponsors printing will be okay just to show appreciation of what they've been doing, and it can motivate other people like me too. Thank you very much. This now sports 404 final year exam education attire exam. That question not be your Johnny Gaffai say those little boys who are declaring for Nigeria are not good enough. Let's leave it there. These days I don't even want to talk because they say I hate anybody with a born abroad. So I'm just trying my best to not say the things that I want to say. I'm just these days, just leave the matter because people are too quick. Somebody sent me a message one day and say, this thing that you're saying, these players are not good, these players are born abroad are not good. So some of them can just go and be depressed and kill themselves. I say, I reply the guy. I said, you they earn that money where you they earn, and you allow me, why I not get shishi, make you kill yourself. You never fit to do this life. Your mama supposed to abortion before the guy say, you are too bad, man. I say, I just tell you. And somebody say, Alex Iwobi is depressed. You're depressed. Nigerians will vote for Tinubu never figure see Tinubu. Think about it for a minute. Nigerians will vote for Tinubu never figure see Tinubu. People will not get investment for Nigeria. Go there. They give them money. They give them national honor. You don't understand? Nigerians will vote for him. You can't tell me say you did depressed. Like if I slap that depression, it will come up on your face. But let's say for now, you not get one investment for Nigeria. Your investment there abroad. You not get anything. You come. We carry you from airport to hotel where we use our money pay for. The money where we need to see a shop. We need to see right shop. We will give you the best food, give you the best treatment. You say because 2 or 2.5 people for social media, where you they claim, say you know they even they look. When people they praise you, say you know they look. All of a sudden, you say they affect you. Thunder go fire you, you decrease. What can be? What can be muddy? What do you remember? Additional Lavama say no player should be begged to play for the Super Eagles. We don't need a dressing room destroyer. Ulysses' attitude to association with Nigeria is a red flag. Olafa say, boss, the national team question well answered and broken down. But it all depends on the coach now, and him and his coaching team have work to do before match. Yeah, I agree with you. Is it March or July that we're playing that game? This Olafuma say Ghana tried to rush all these boys and see how disorganized they are. I want Peseiro to stay. Okay, he has shown that the boys respect him so much. I agree with you on that one, and it's on the dot. 10 minutes. 10 o'clock. Is on the dot now. So Wednesday we're going to pack our bags and baggages, and I'm leaving the studio. Let's not forget that Ghana, at the time, Ghana had coaches that everybody in Nigeria said this is what Nigeria should emulate. Ghana went abroad and get educated, high-class coaches. They were showing us Boateng, Borussia Dortmund, Chris Hughton, this one. It not change anything. Now where they did 2021, I still did now, right? Sometimes these things don't work like that. So we might go get all these guys from the abroad. They'll still come and we'll continue on that 10 years of suffering. These guys are got to the final, so it's taking them 10 years to even give us something that is a semblance of result. Let's not hurriedly rush them out and bring in another group of people that will take us another 10 years to luckily, because I think that this result that we got is more of luck than anything. Because they say what is a template for you to get to the finals? If this thing that Nigeria did is a template, then please, let's just cancel football. Let's not play football again. Because I like football that is a process that is planned. And you could see the science to the plan, to the result. There's no science to our result. We went to the Nations Cup, not even knowing what we're doing. And then we'll find our way all the way in the final. We got luck of the draws and, some funny result just went our way. Goalkeeper that chose to be informed at the outcome. And, God help us. Well, let me not stretch the time beyond the time agreed. Hopefully, we'll be here again after the Champions League matches this night. Sorry, my son was the reason why I didn't do last night. May not father will be able to do anything again. But while the time of the match, we're still we're in the hospital trying to fix him up. And when we came back, we're just observing him. It would be unfair to my wife and unreasonable to just come sit down here and be talking and watch him. By the way, he was even crying, so there was no need. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for your time on the show today. My name is Idafe Manchester. You love to come in a little bit on the spot. God bless you and have a wonderful time. Goodbye. I like I always say, don't be the problem, please be the solution. Bye-bye.